What is up, YouTube? We're back with another YouTube video, and today we have a guide on how to obtain the new Outbreak Perfected and how to craft it. So in order to start this, the first thing you want to do is check your milestones tab over here in your map, and you can see that we have the Asset Protection quest, and it says speak with 801 in the Tower Annex. So to get here, obviously just go to the tower and spawn in at the Annex. Now you're going to go over to 801 and make your way back here. You can see everybody's over here, so you should have no problem finding it. But we're gonna go and speak with her, and she's gonna have the asset protection quest, and you can see she's gonna give you this quest right here, which is gonna say to complete the exotic mission 0 hour, launch the mission from the Into the Light subscreen on your director. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get a screenshot real quick. I don't know what the game is doing right now. There we go. Just get another one just in case. But we're gonna go ahead and just pick up the quest. Now you can see we have that. So we're gonna go to our destinations tab, go to the Into the Light tab, and then go over here to 0 hour on the right. We're gonna go ahead and load into this. Alright, so we loaded into the 0 hour mission. I don't want to talk about how many takes this has taken so far, so we're just gonna ignore all these things happening right here at the start. Run towards the back area over here, go through the vent, and then when you enter all of these vents right here, just go to the left. And this is gonna be your first encounter with AI here, so you can see I'm gonna go ahead and just throw a void grenade down. I'm gonna throw this smoke grenade, that way it's gonna kind of stun those marauders right here, as you can see. And then they're gonna push me, so I'm gonna take Riptide out. There should be a couple more that are just gonna be standing right here, I guarantee it. Yep. Get rid of those enemies. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go invisible, pick up any orb that might be here, and then just break void shields with my auto rifle. And for this first room, you're all gonna have like different enemies here. There's gonna be an arc shield cap, and there's gonna be void shielded shanks, and you can see regular sniper shanks back here that just have a lot of health for no reason. We're gonna go ahead and just get rid of those. And it's definitely time consuming when it comes to trying to get this done. You do have 40 minutes, which is great, but unfortunately these enemies have so much health that that's what you spend most of your time doing, is just killing orange health bar enemies and red health bar enemies. There we go with Riptide. Get rid of that. Go invisible and pick that up. There we go. Try to take some cover real quick. Then all we gotta do is deal with these shanks. So yeah, very annoying starting room, but if you're playing with 3 players or kid, then no problem. Just try to have somebody with a solar weapon, a void weapon, and an arc weapon. That way, throughout the mission, when you see those shield types, they can go ahead and, break their respective shields. But moving into this next portion here, having a tether is going to be really nice, because as you can see, I'm going to try to get the enemy's attention here and tether in between both groups of ads. That will go ahead and just pair them all up together. Got this void grenade to help clear those out. I'm going to go ahead and just use my auto rifle here. And then you can see we clear that out no problem. And we got a good amount of our super back. We got, I would say, what, 60% of our super, so all we have to do is just kill the heavy shank here and the sniper shanks, and then we're going to move on to the next part. There is a brig to my right, you can probably hear him, and that's one of the most annoying enemies here. But we're going to go ahead and just shoot these sniper shanks over here. There's 2 more on the scaffolding back there, as well as a heavy shank over there, as you can see. But I'm going to let my tether reach max, and then the goal is to tether in between both groups of ads here. So there's going to be ads over here and over here. We're going to tether in between them and use Dragon's Breath to kind of clear them out really fast. So you can see I'm getting ready. Jump up, tether. You can see we got all the groups there. And just use a Dragon's Breath rocket. Very easy, as you can see. And then we're just going to spam the brig with Dragon's Breath. Now be careful, because he will start to jump up in the air and then try to nuke you with like a solar attack, so I'm going to be very careful here. There we go, we got rid of him. That's like record time for me, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. And then we're going to go ahead and just get rid of this shank. Or, whenever the game feels like, there we go. Another one back there. I'm gonna go ahead and just use Riptide. Now you also do want to have a tether ready going into the next portion of the encounter, so you can see mine's pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up some ammo. Make sure everything's reloaded. Drop down over here. Now, this next part is going to have a lot more AIs, and it's going to be just every fallen enemy besides Brig, but you're also going to have servitors now, which is going to be pretty annoying because they're going to make things immune. And there should be a tank. I've done this a couple times where a tank doesn't spawn in, but we'll see what happens when we get there. I'm just going to deal with this shank. And then right here, just pretty much tether on that wall, and you should be able to get both sides of the room here. Shoot a Dragon's Breath round because there are some solar shielded enemies. You can see I got my super back instantly. And then I'm going to try to get rid of this servitor. I could just shoot another tether, to be honest with you, so I'm going to do it. And then throw this void grenade. This servitor's still alive. I was not expecting that. But yeah, we should be good right now. There we go. Somewhere, yeah, you can see I'm trying to pre-fire vandals and stuff, but I'm gonna actually switch over to a scout rifle. I've been doing this whole time with the auto rifle, but it's not really the best. You see, using a scout here makes it a lot easier. Go ahead and get rid of these enemies. What is hitting me? I don't know. There's something to my right that I can hear. Right here. Yeah, get rid of those vandals and fallen enemies. Let's see if the tank is here. It is. Just shoot one Dragon's Breath rocket at it, and it's gonna go ahead and just nuke it. Shoot Dragon's Breath rocket at both of those servitors. And for the most part, you can see that one bounced back a little bit, so it's not gonna be the best. I'm just gonna throw that void grenade, let that get the kill. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up any ammo that's here. Pretty much full on special. Alright, this guy just doesn't want to die. There we go. Now, we're going to go ahead and move forward. Here we are going to have some AI, as you can see right here. Go ahead and just throw this. Use Riptide on the captain. And then I'm going to go ahead and just try to tether right here, try to reach as many of these enemies as I can. Just go invisible real quick. Alright, he's just walking away from me, which is annoying. Now he wants to move forward. Buddy. I'm about to die. There we go. I'm gonna switch back to the auto rifle now. But yeah, just keep going straight here, and then we are gonna have to just kill just regular red health bar enemies. I should note here, if you want to use strand for some of the jumping puzzles, I recommend putting it on now. That way your grapple hook will, you know, spawn in by the time you reach the jumping puzzle. You can see when you equip strand, you're not gonna have any energy for anything, so if you just run through here with it on, you should get at least one grapple charge ready by the time you reach the jumping puzzle. But we're going to make our way over here. And don't worry, if you don't have strand, don't worry about it. I will show you how to do the jumping puzzle even without it. It is a little tricky, at least for me. The hardest part about this isn't the ads or anything for me. It's just the jumping puzzle, which, again, very annoying. I'm not a big fan of 0 hour, but we're going to get it done here. I'm just going to go ahead and wait. Get rid of this guy who wants to stand still and then rush me. Go. I'm gonna use Riptide now because this is just gonna one-shot these guys. There we go. Make our way through here. And now all you have to do is go across, and you're pretty much going to keep going towards this M over here on the wall. Just keep jumping across, then crouch or slide underneath the door, and then fall down here. And then all you have to do is drop right here, and then go underneath this ship slash jet or whatever you want to call it. And then right here, all you gotta do is make a turn to this vent, drop, move forward, jump up again right here, go through this vent. Now when you reach this, just go to your left, go behind this little toolbox or whatever, and then turn to the closest vent. And all you're gonna do is just drop straight down onto this platform. Now when you drop on this platform, the floor is gonna fall down. So I'm just gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna touch it and then it's gonna fall, but just expect that and then make your way right here. And then you're gonna see this metal floor. Just go ahead and drop on it. This is the only metal floor here. All the other platforms don't have that, so you're just gonna fall to your death if you go to the other ones. But when we reach here, it's gonna be this vandal, so just kind of knock him off. And then when it comes to this part, one thing I recommend if you're a hunter, you can go ahead and just throw some stompies on. Now, what most people do for hunters, titans, warlocks is you just pretty much jump forward and follow kind of the wall here, as you can see, all the way down, and then just jump once you see the platform and everything there. I'm not good at that. I've never been good at that, so I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to do is just go ahead and shoot a Dragon's Breath round down here, because there are going to be like 4 explosive shanks in there for whatever reason. I'm not going to kill a single one of them, but there we go. And all we're going to do is just go here, and I'm just going to wait. Okay, never mind. Just jump right here to the right. And then when you jump here, stand on top, and kind of just prepare yourself. So you don't want to angle yourself over here to the right. Then fall along to the right side. And then as you can see right here, you should make it every time. It is a little confusing with explaining it just because there's, you know, not a whole lot going on. But if you're doing this, help your teammates out by activating that. I almost fell off right here. And then you can see there is a vandal up here. And again, I didn't use the grapple, but if you wanted to, you can just fall straight down and then use a grapple to, you know, make your way there. But we're going to go ahead and just work our way up here now to this vent where the sniper was at. And then make our way down here. Now for this next portion, it's going to be pretty simple. Just keep jumping all the way up until you reach the second to last platforms. And I'll show you what that looks like. Or I should just say last platforms, not really a second to last option. But just keep jumping up. And you can see when you reach the top, there's no more doors or vents here. You're going to want to go to one of these. Now, I'm not sure if this is the right one. I know it's one of the two here. But we're going to crouch. We're going to shoot this. And I don't think this is it. Yeah, this one isn't it. Okay. We're going to go back this way. And it's going to be this one across. And you can see you're going to have just 2 more vents to shoot, just like the other one. But this one is going to turn to the left. And this is going to be the room with the fans. Now, one new thing that they decided to do is adding explosive shanks here, which is pretty funny, but in the gameplay loop is pretty annoying. But all I'm going to do is go ahead and just make your way towards these red lights. These are the only paths that you can take in order to drop down. And when you drop, you should just, you know, break your fall with these pipes there. And then just shoot the shanks. I'm going to go ahead and just try to get rid of as many of them as I can. This, you know, homing shank right here, if you make it down to the bottom, the explosion most of the time is going to kill you. So you can see I'm just going to go ahead and shoot at the shank from here. Then we should have no problem. This guy just respawned. That's weird. I've never seen that. But then we're just going to keep dropping through the red lights. Try not to get chopped up by the blades. If you're doing this with a group, let your teammates go one by one instead of, you know, messing up their jumps and getting hit by the blades. And then make your way to the bottom. Shoot the yellow vent. Go all the way to the back and then to the left. And here's the next jumping portion. I still have stompies on. And it's going to make it a little easier. But all you have to do is jump here onto the edges of the wall. And then just kind of run. Build up your momentum. Jump to the next one. And make your way over here. Then jump across. And then we should make this no problem. Yep. then you can go ahead and activate that. That way, if your teammates are having a hard time, it's going to spawn some platforms in to make it a little easier for them. We're going to make our way through this vent now. And then another vent. Again, a whole lot of vents here. Playing Among Us. And right here, we got 4 switches, as you can see by the red lights. This means they're all off. What we have to do is turn them on. Now, Trevor is going to be the enemy here that's going to try to kill you throughout this portion. And then this white box right here is going to be the exit. So all we have to do is run around this room and turn on the 4 switches. So in order to enter it, turn around from where you're facing the computer and just drop down into these vents. And then you're going to go ahead and go this way into another vent. And then drop down these vents in here. Now, what I'm going to do is just go to my left over here. And then make your way over here again. And just follow the walls, and then some of them, as you can see, kind of dip into this platform where you make a left. This is how you know you're going to encounter the switches, because as you can see, they're always going to be located right there. So that's switch number 1. It's going to turn green when you activate it, and you're going to hear like a little audio cue telling you that you activated it, so just pay attention to that. These green symbols will show you how to reach the exit, so just follow along with those. But I'm going to make another left right here. And this is going to take us to the second switch. As you can see, I activated it. We're going to make our way over here. Now, I'm going to actually go into the crawl space. You can see Trevor's approaching. When you see that red light, that means hide, because he will try to kill you. I think he just took a right, so he should pop up on this side now. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just go past that. Now, we're going to go backwards and make our way towards this middle area right here, so you can just jump across. And this is just going to make it a little easier for turning on the last 2 switches without having to do too much back and forth. You can see I'm going to go right here to my right, and then I think, yeah, I probably didn't, I could have just taken the first left, but I just wanted to go this way just to show you. Boom, 3rd switch. And you could have just came from here. Is Trevor going to show up? No, he's going to walk past. But now you can see we're looking at that green symbol. We're going to go down here. And we're going to have another turn right here. And this is going to be our last switch. We're going to activate it. It's going to turn green. You're going to hear your last audio chime. And hopefully Trevor doesn't turn. Okay. And if you die here, it's perfectly fine. You're just going to respawn. The only hard part is just, you know, figuring out where you're at. I could run through that, yeah. And you can see right here, this is going to show you where the exit is. It's 2 symbols right here. And then a pathway. Jump up here onto this platform. Activate it. It's going to take a little bit of time, so just don't worry about it. It's also going to stop periodically, as you can see right here. But it will take you straight up to where you have to go. Just give it a little bit of time. And you can see this is the scaffolding that you kind of have to jump on. So just give it a little bit more time. And you're going to approach it, jump up. And then what's going to happen with this is it is just going to fall back down. So you do have a limited period of time to go ahead and jump up. So just make note of that. But just kind of fall down to the middle. And then make a jump here so you don't die. And all we're going to do is turn where these stairs are at. Don't go down them. Just look to the right. And you're going to see a vent. We're going to drop right here. Boom. This will be the Vanguard Vault. Now, in one of these rooms, you can see there is going to be the location for the floor is lava, or whatever you want to call it. And you can see, just to break it down a little bit, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots here, and there's 4 going along it, so it's a 4x5, 5x4, whatever you want to call it. And it's a grid pretty much, and this is going to show you the path you have to take in order to, you know, make it. Now, what's confusing about this is when you go over here to activate the next portion, you're going to just run into this wall right here with the little diamond on it. And this is going to be the actual floor right here. And you can see, if you count it, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6x5. So it's a little bigger than what the image shows there, but it's still the same nonetheless when it comes to actually crossing it. So here's the path that I take for week 1. You're going to go here 1, 2, then go all the way down to the left, then go all the way here until you reach the second to last one. Turn, go to the right twice, go down, straight down here, and then just walk this way and you should get it done. So that's basically what the drawing was there. Activate this lever right here and it will pretty much just turn off the, sensors or whatever, so your teammates can run through without having to worry about the jumping puzzle or the floor's lava, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to go ahead and make our way here, and then make your way to the back of the room to the right. This is going to lead you to the boss fight. So we're going to drop, make our way right here through like the server room or whatever this is, jump up, and then you can see we are going to have a rally banner right here. So just give it some time if you don't see it initially. And I'm going to go ahead and start off with a Void subclass for this. And I am going to keep Dragon's Breath on me. I don't really know what the best DPS option is for Brig right now. So if you know the answer to that, just kind of leave it down in the comment section. But I'm going to go ahead and just use Dragon's Breath along with the Void subclass, just because there's going to be a lot of ads and Tether can be very useful here. So we're going to drop. And at first, you're only going to see the boss, but I'm going to go ahead and try to deal with these turrets here. Just because you don't really want to allow those to get turned on. I'm not sure if they even turn on, because every time I've done this, I haven't tested it. I haven't walked right next to them. And I don't really want to try it, so I'm just going to keep my distance from those. Let me go ahead and just shoot at this. Something like a scout rifle could be a better option for this, I'm not gonna lie with you. This auto rifle really isn't the best. Maybe even a pulse rifle, but I'm taking some damage here. I'm probably gonna switch to scout real quick. You don't have to, switch weapons if you don't want to, but again, I'm just trying to make this a little easier for myself. This whole time you are gonna be getting shot by all these ads over here. As you can see, if you just run to the back of the room, you'll be pretty safe. But I'm going to go ahead and just shoot this. And there we go. I'm going to go back to the Void auto rifle. I'm just going to tether the boss right here. You can see there were some ads right next to him, which is great. I'm going to try to shoot him with Dragon's Breath, and he's going to teleport. Absolutely beautiful. There we go. We're able to hit him with Dragon's Breath at least once. You can see a servitor is going to spawn in, so we are going to have to deal with that. You can see this room does get really hectic, so just take your time with it. You can see he's going to spawn in some Void Shields. There's going to be pretty much servitors that are going to spawn in every single type of, elemental shield. So this one's going to be Void, so just know the next couple ones are going to be Arc and Solar. I can probably do a little bit more damage to the boss. I just want to be careful with that servitor. Go ahead and do some damage to the servitor with Dragon's Breath. Now, if you want, you could try to just do as much DPS to the boss. The only reason I don't do that is because as a solo player, you really can't do too much damage right away. But also because you're going to spawn multiple servitors throughout the room, as well as tripwire mines. There's going to be some traps and stuff. And you're going to have just a bunch of ads shooting at you, which isn't going to be the best. So I'm going to go ahead and try to hit this guy with a Void Grenade. There we go. Hit him with Dragon's Breath. Now, something like Target Lock here at 4 times the charm could be a little more helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and just switch to that, as you can see right here. That way, you can see I can kind of just keep shooting, get my ammo back, just keep shooting. There we go. I could tether, but there's not too many enemies there. I'm just trying to get rid of this first servitor. That way I can have this side of the room locked down. There we go. And then these should be void shielded, so I can get rid of them real easily. There we go. Now the boss is down here. I'm gonna go ahead and tether just because there's 4 shanks right next to them. Yeah, these shanks are so annoying. Go ahead and just use your Riptide for a little bit. Now, if you don't want to use Orphis Rig, which is understandable, I know some people don't like using it, you can 100% use Falcons if that's something you want to do. But in my opinion, Orphis Rig is just worth it because you get that super energy and you can get your tether back a lot faster. Here, I'm going to try to tether all those enemies, but with the amount of super energy I have, it's not looking like it's going to be any moment right now. I'm going to try to get a good angle so I can do damage without taking too much damage. You can see right here. And the only reason I'm sitting on heavy too is the ammo economy here really isn't the best in the room, so once you reach kind of like the brig section, like the final boss there, it's gonna be a bit of a hassle to get heavy. So I'm just kind of sitting on it for now. You can see all those solar shields. Oh, I almost messed that up. I fell and then that messed up my grenade. Try to get rid of some of those. I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot one rocket down there. That way we can get those solar shields pop. You can see we got a lot of super energy from that. And focus on the servitor right here. Come on. And you can see we still got 15 minutes, which is more than enough time. It's mainly just taking your time. And again, with 3 players, this is way easier on normal. He's using a teleport somewhere else to go to the right side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just tether him again. Throw a void grenade on him. Use Riptide. And after you do a certain amount of damage, he is gonna retreat, just so you know, heads up for that. You can see he's gonna work his way back over here now. You can see now we got these resilient marauders. That's why I didn't shoot the traps, because, you know, they can also set them off. That way I just avoid the middle area for the most part. I'm gonna try to hit him with a Dragon's Breath. Okay, I'm gonna set those traps off. Alright, yeah, I'm just getting sniped by everything. It's all good though. We're still able to do some damage to the boss. Now, he should run away, I believe, at this point. Should be soon. There we go. Oh, no, he's still here. Okay, he's not retreating yet, which is throwing me off. There we go. So you can see he is going to retreat, and you're going to get a fallen brig to spawn in. Or actually, not yet. You're going to have the tanks. Shoot the tanks with your Dragon's Breath rockets like I showed you earlier, just so you can go ahead and get rid of them faster. I'm just trying to be careful I don't step on any mines or anything like that. After you get rid of the tanks, you are going to have the brig to spawn in. This is just one shot. I got to try to kill that. Come on, game. There we go. This is one shot too. I don't know why the Dragon's Breath didn't kill it. Usually it one-shots them every time. That's a little annoying. I was not expecting that to happen. Probably gonna die here. Alright. This is not enough damage apparently. And I'm starting to get a little annoyed. Alright. I don't know in what world we're living where that's not enough damage to kill a 1 HP red health bar walker tank. So I'm gonna have to waste heavy just for that. Cool. Let's get it over with. Let me go invisible real quick just to show you all the ads that are gonna spawn in, as well as the servitor. And I'm gonna try to just tether the middle of the room here. Try to get as many as possible there, while also dealing some damage here. You can see when the brig spawns, everything just goes to chaos. I'm getting shot by every enemy here. Let me see. The servitor is going to be really annoying. Yeah, you can see I'm getting two-shotted by snipers in the back. That servitor's still alive. It is, and it has way more health than I thought it would. Now, for this portion, you can pretty much use as much heavy as you want to. Like, Dragon's Breath really isn't the best for the Brig, so that's why you just see me shooting it at the Servitor, and the Servitor is making the Brig immune, which is great. You can see it. Boom. It's dead right there. Let me go ahead and see. We got solar shields up. I'm just going to go ahead and spam this. Go. Invisible. Got our tether. Alright, yeah. The ad density here is insane. Which again, if you're playing with 3 players, you know, chaining supers and everything, you know, having one person dedicated to ads and stuff is going to be real helpful. But again, I'm playing solo. Fortunately, I don't have the luxury for that. Alright, we got it. Alright, that's going to hit me. Sure. 9 minutes left. This is rough. Yeah, nice, nice. Am I close to another tether? I am. Like, what? I'm gonna actually go ahead and switch off from this now, just because there's probably gonna be no more heavy dropping. I'm just gonna switch over to this real quick. Now, normally I would switch over to Solar subclass, but just because I'm close to this tether, I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get that. Bro. I guarantee you he can go ahead and... Okay, he's not going to spawn in the nuke attack or whatever. Try to get rid of some of these guys that are sniping at me. Alright, I'm getting hit by that. I could do this in 8 minutes, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm actually going to do this right now. Polaris Lance is going to be real good once we're able to knock off that front base plate. That way we can just spam crits. But as of right now, it's not really looking too good. Oh no. I'm going to run to the back here and try to get a safe spot. I don't know if that's going to reach, but I'm going to try. Yeah, that didn't reach. I was right next to him. Cool. There we go. We knocked off the front plate. I just need him to look at me, and then we can just start chaining our Polaris Lance here. Really? Yeah, we're gonna get it done. Really? Okay. There we go. It's done. 6 minutes left. Get me out of here at this point. That's gonna be whatever I upload, I'm gonna be honest with you. But let's go ahead and just see what this is. Legendary engram, nice. Black loot. You can see we got the Outbreak Perfected schematic, as well as Return to 801 in the tower for the quest. So, there we go. We're going to go ahead and just go straight to the tower right now to see what 801 is going to give us. You can see 801 will give you the Outbreak Perfected red border kind of pattern slash blueprint. So we're going to go ahead and just acquire it. And you can see now she's going to give us the Outbreak Refined 1 quest, which I'm not too excited for, to be honest with you. But it's going to have us defeat Fallen in the Cosmodrome to claim inner Siva Clusters. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick, and I'll pick up with you guys once we complete it. Alright, so I'm in the Cosmodrome, and I made my way here. I was going to go towards the Lost Sector, because I remembered the Exodus Garden 2A, I think is what it's called, is the one that has Fallen in it. And I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and make my way there. And then I remembered that here you do have like this little, I guess, mini event that happens or whatever with a bunch of Fallen here. So you can see I'm going to go ahead and try to get some to spawn. It seems that you don't get the Siva clusters after every single kill. You can see I've gotten some kills and I've gotten one so far. But this little event going on does help spawn some Fallen in. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to farm these Fallen. And again, it doesn't seem to be perfect drop rates, so it looks like you are going to have to kill a bunch in order to get some. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of, you know, use my sidearm here to get this low. There we go. And then we got a bunch of these Fallen right here. I get some kills. You can see more clusters dropping. Go ahead and reload. Okay, this tank does not want to die. But alright, let's stop focusing on the tank and just try to get some more kills here. Yeah, you can see this is definitely an option. If this event is happening and you see it, you can just get some kills here. But now we're gonna have to toggle the first pair of switches in the exotic 0-hour mission on legend difficulty. So we're gonna go ahead and go launch that up, and I'll show you guys where that's at right now. Alright, so this is where we're gonna approach the double switch area. So do it again on legend difficulty just like normal. As you can see, when you drop here, don't go to your left, go this way to your right. And then inside over here, you're gonna notice this vent is open. Drop, and then make your way through here. Now shoot this. Go down here, and then you're gonna notice this drop right here. There is gonna be some captains, so if you can, try to get rid of them first before dropping. I don't know how that shot was getting blocked. Let me see if I can stand here. Alright, they're just gonna hide. There we go. Having an arc weapon is really nice for this. There we go. Now here, there's going to be a switch in the middle, and there's going to be switches to the left and right of it. You can see one here, you can see one there, and then one over here, and one over here. We're going to go ahead and activate these switches, so you can see 1, and then 2. Now we're going to just jump across. Don't activate this one until all 4 are activated. So this is going to be 3. And I just died. Okay. I don't think they're going to reset, but let's just give it a go real quick. Yeah, it says deactivate, so we should be good. There we go. Activate. All 4 are activated. And that means we can go over here. And we're going to activate this one. Now we have Catalyst Switch primed for 30 seconds. We have to run over here now. And we have to jump up. So land on this yellow ledge, jump up, jump up, jump up, and make your way up here on top of this lid. Jump on these ledges right here. We got 10 seconds left. I don't know if we're gonna hit it, but you can do it the reverse method if this is a little too difficult. Okay, I got it. Boom, first try. Now that we did complete the switches, you have to complete the exotic mission 0 hour on legend difficulty. So this is why I did it here solo, pretty much that way I don't have to worry about doing the switches in my next run. All I have to focus on is completing the mission on legend difficulty. So we're going to go ahead and cut to that. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys this gameplay just one more time just to make everything very clear here. When you're playing legend difficulty, you're always going to have to do this. So if you're doing what I did and it's you activated the 2 switches, did it solo or whatever, then you went back to orbit and now you're doing it again, go the same path, but then go over here to the right again to these vents, and you're always going to have to go this way on legend difficulty, so just kind of have that in your mind. But drop through these vents, and then the pathway is going to change after, you know, activating the switches. You still have to do those in order to open the hatch so you can get up to where you have to go. So I'm going to just kind of commentate over this, but the path will change with jumping puzzles and stuff like that, and the gameplay will show that to you. It's not too difficult, but, you know, if it's like your first time ever doing it, it could be a little confusing with paths that you have to take and everything. So you can see, get rid of these captains here to just make it a little easier. And then you're just going to want to drop and then activate these 4 switches. That's number 1. This is going to be switch number 2 right here. Then on the other side of the room, you're going to have 2 more. So that's going to be switch number 3. And then over here is going to be switch number 4. These are the only ones you have to interact with. The middle one doesn't matter. That's only for the catalyst. But you can see jump here, then go across, and then go through here. Similar to everything we just did, but without having to activate the middle switch. And then, like I said, the reasons you need to activate those switches is because this hatch right here to my left with the 3 on it, that one will not open unless you activate all the switches. That's why you have to activate all 4 every time in order to jump up. So I'm going to switch to Stompies and make my way through here. You will notice the jumping portion is going to be different, so I'm going to let the gameplay play out, and I'll pick up with you guys once we make it to the next portion of the mission where things change from the normal difficulty, and it's going to be the floor is lava, or whatever you want to call it, the platform part, where if you step on the wrong part of the floor, you're going to burn. So I'm going to let this play out, and I'll pick up with you guys over there.
Guardian down. Guardian down. Guardian down.
So you can see we're in the Vanguard vault, and then if you run up to this diamond symbol right here on the wall, it's going to go ahead and open up the wall. Now here is where you're going to have the platform slash floors lava challenge thing going on, and this is the pattern that worked for me, the path I should say, and just feel free to copy it. I don't know how the game determines if it's random every time. I don't know if it's the same pattern until you get it done. I don't know if it's weekly. I don't know. All I can tell you is this is what worked for me on Legend difficulty. And you can see I'm going to activate that lever that way. Once my teammates get here, they don't have to do the pattern. They can just run straight forward without having to worry about it. And then we're going to go into the boss fight and then complete it. So again, another thing I want to point out before we get here too is the rally banner portion. Please do not forget to rally banner here. It's very important, especially on Legend difficulty with the amount of damage and everything. You want to make sure you're getting this rally right here. You can see I'm making sure my gear is on. I go and I put on my exotic. And then right here, I placed a rally banner. So make sure you're doing that as well for your team. And then hopefully you end up getting it done. So I'm going to cut over to me actually completing it right now. And this is the end of the mission right here. As you can see, we go ahead and we get Outbreak Perfected. And we get Outbreak Refined 1, Speak with Ada 1 in the Tower Annex. So now that we've completed it, you will get progression in your quest. So you can see we also got the Triumph for it. So we're going to go over to the tower. Speak to Ada right here. You can see she's going to give us the rapid hit trait, which is usable on the Outbreak Perfected crafted version. So I'm going to go ahead and acquire it, and then we're going to go ahead and shape it on the Outbreak Perfected. So I'm going to make my way over to the Enclave in Savathun's Throne World. We're going to go to Reshape, then we're going to go to Pulse Rifles, and then we're going to go ahead and show you guys the different options you have here. So you can't get the intrinsics yet. I will make a video on those at some point, but the barrels and rounds you can't change, but the trait you can. You can either have outlaw or rapid hit now, and then for the catalyst you should be able to go ahead and put it on since you completed the legend difficulty version of it. So you can see that trait's always going to be the same, and now we can go ahead and put our catalyst. So really cool right there. Unfortunately we can't change the stock either. We have to wait for the intrinsics. I'm gonna go ahead and shape my weapon, and that's gonna be it. That's it for week 1. Like I said, an intrinsic guide will be popping up at some point. Just bear with me for that one for a little bit, but probably at some point later on this week I should have it done. But that's gonna do it for this week's. Again, pretty difficult activity, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's harder than Whisper of the Worm, but if you need Whisper of the Worm, a guide for that will be popping up on screen right now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you don't miss another video. Drop a follow on my Twitch, twitch.tv/WicketJam0. A playlist, like I said, with my Whisper of the Worm guides will be popping up on screen right now. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.